Well, 35 races are down, and as we say, and then there's one. As we are down to the final race of the NNSCRA Castrol GTX Cup Series for season 17. And the last race for these cars, well, at least for a while at least. But anyway, we are here today in the final leg of Ford Championship weekend, and it culminates today for 41 laps in the Ford EcoBoost 400. And what a race we're going to have here. Homestead, Miami Spirit, 41 laps of distance here, the distance here today. And we have got a three-way race for the championship between Kyle Matthews, Trent Dunham, and Charles Sanford for the whole thing. Matthews has the lead over Dunham by 62 points, and Charles Sanford is third by 79 points. Fourth will be in position right now is Dylan Poteet. He's 121 back, and he's the fourth driver that's got a mathematical shot at this championship as well. Levi McIntyre is too far back, actually, unfortunately for him, at 185 back in fifth, coming into the final race of the season. So here's the starting for today's event. In fact, our point leader, Kyle Matthews, is on the pole for today's event, along with fourth place runner in points, Dylan Poteet, into the Caterpillar 22 Pontiac. He's on the outside. Matthews in the number 5 Kellogg's Chevrolet. Second place runner in the points, Trent Dunham, has the row number 2 in today's event here. He's on the inside in the Pennzoil Chevrolet. Dalton Day starts alongside him in the number 20 Home Depot Pontiac. Here, comment, this is the only one in the top 4 that has won a race this season. That came at Richmond. He was also a winner at Charlotte. Two-time winner this season, Keith Batson, car 88, the Ford Service Ford Credit Ford Taurus. He won at Atlanta in the Know-How 500, and he also won at the last race at Phoenix. He'll be alongside Dylan Young, the Miller Lite Ford, car number 2. Fourth row has Joshua Collard in the STP Pontiac car 43. He is running out of shots to win this season. This is his last shot to win a race. He'll be alongside the second Martinsville winner. That's Seth Cole in the Georgia Pacific Paper Sparkle Dodge car 44. Fifth row has John Art, car 71, the winner at California, and Jesse Turner, the winner at Watkins Bend, in the M&M's Pontiac car 36. He'll be alongside next row down, Joshua Osborne, car 42, the Belson Mobility Chevrolet. He won at Talladega this season, the first Talladega race. And Charles Sanford, third place in points in the Power Team Chevy car 60. He's yet to win a race this season. However, and like Trent Dunham, but they're both actually in championship contention. Four-time winner this season, Jessica Shelton, car in number 94, the McDonald's Ford. She'll have the number 9 Coors Ford next season with the Aero 88 mod. She'll be alongside car 99, the XMBars SKF Ford of Levi McIntyre. Fifth place in points coming in. He's won 3 times this season. Next row down, Cole Deaver, the Truck Series champion in the RSL Advocare Truck Series. He's in the Colt GM Goodyear Chevrolet car number 3. He won at Dover this season. Next, alongside of him, will be Cab Shear, the DuPont Chevrolet. He's running out of shots. He also yet to win this season. This is his last shot to do so. Well, at least for this season it is. Next row down, Andrew Perry, car 33, the Skull Chevrolet, winner at Michigan. And Jordan Anderson, car 66, the Route 66 Jeans Big Kmart Ford. Next row down has the 26 Discover Card Ford of Chelsea Bowles. She won the season at, I believe it was at Charlotte in the 600. She'll be alongside Mike Becker in the Sprint PCS Dodge car 45, the winner of the day race at Bristol. Next row down has the Lowe's Chevrolet car 48 of Jonathan Zorn, winner at Atlanta, the first Atlanta race, and Zach Flickinger in the Target Dodge car number 41. Next row down has Michael Turner in car 31, the Lowe's Chevrolet. He won the first race at Pocono, and car 29, the Goodwrench Chevrolet of Daniel Olson, starts alongside. Next row down, the Sitco Ford car 21 of Quentin Moore. Beside him will be Benjamin Miles in the Valvoline Ford car number 6. Next row down has the Daytona 500 champion Emmanuel Hartnett in the Singular Wireless Dodge. He'll be alongside Johnny Gardner, car 28, the Texaco Haviland Ford. Matt McIntyre has the inside of the next row down in the Sirius XM Satellite Dodge, car number 7, and two-time winner Ryan George in car 25, the Michael Holligan Chevrolet. Next row down, Zachary Fitzwater, the winner of the second stop at Dover in a John Deere Ford car number 97. Getting the crowd revved up for the finale here at Homestead Miami Spirit as the command spinning of the Vardy engines. He'll be alongside JT Bryant, car 02, the two-time winner of the season, in the All-Tail Chevrolet, or All-Tail Ford. Matt Haas and Andrew Davis is the next row down, 8 and 18. Then it's Dougie Shears, three-time winner in the Square D Chevy car 55, and beside Cat Tellier in car 10. He tied Ford. Next row down has Joshua Sekuli in car numbers 19, the Dodge Dodge winner of the second race at Richmond, and beside him the Brickyard 400 winner Becca Tellier. Jason Haywood in 17 and Carson Gum in 23 has the next row down. And starting scratch in the fields, Chris Dodd in car 15, the Napa Chevrolet. Okay. So we gave you the top 5 in the points going into this event. The rest of the top 10 in the points coming in. Jessica Shelton's currently 6th in the points chase coming in. Joshua Collard, despite not winning, has moved 3 spots up to 7th after Phoenix, after his good run there. Jesse Turner's 8th, Dougie Shears 9th, and Cole Deaver is in 10th position. And a lot of spots actually within the top 15 are up for grabs, not just for the championship, but also a lot of spots within the top 15 are up for grabs at this race. So Matthews and Dunham's are on the inside of the lane here on the green flag. Who leads that first lap? Well, who wins the championship? Well, we'll find out in 41 laps. The finale is on at Homestead Miami Speedway. Kyle Matthews, Trent Dunham, and Charles Stamper are the 3 championship contenders, and they will have our in-car cameras in today's event. The 5, the 1, and the 60. All 3 of them Chevrolets. So Ford will not win a championship during Ford Championship weekend. They do have one shot to get a win, at least, in the season. So far, it's been both Chevrolets that's won during the weekend. And Trent Dunham gets the first 5 bonus points for leading a lap. Matthews on the outside. Here comes Collard. Car 43 to the inside lane. And Matthews on the outside as he's rescuing the shove from Keith Batson. And here comes number 20. That's Dalton Day. So by virtue of leading that first lap there, Dunham has trimmed the lead down from 62 to 57 coming into on the end of the first lap. Dunham out in front, but here comes Joshua Collard in car 43 to the inside lane. Collard, as we said, yet to win a race this season. He won three times last season. And it's hard to believe he's yet to win there. Collard has had some flashes of brilliance at this point of the season, but including, of course, a good run he had at Phoenix, the last stop on the tour. Off corner number 2 they come. Dalton Day goes inside there. He looks for second position now in the 20 machine. John Orn's up there in 71. Matthew still up on the high side. Here comes Dylan Young in number 2. Seth Cole looking to the inside lane in 44. Keith Batson's up the track now in number 88. And here comes that 94, Jessica Shelton. She'd like to get herself a top 5 finish in the season. And she's not far behind McIntyre, to be honest, as well. They're separated by less than 30 points for the 5th position. So Shelton could pick up a top 5 finish herself still. And she's won 4 times this season. She won the road courses at Sonoma and Riverside. She also took the title at the Southern 500 at Darlington. And she also took the title in the AC Delco 400 down in Rockingham. Top 4 has broken away right now with Collard, Dunham, Arndt, and Matthews. Here comes Seth Cole on the inside by the number 5 spot as he's got Dylan Young, and Dalton Day up in the high side. Now Poteet begins to roll on the inside of the number 22 machine. Poteet's the only other one of the shot at the championship this season. The most you can gain in the race, I believe, I think it's about the 140 point range, I think, but he's 121 back, so he's going to have Matthews, Sanford, and Dunham all to finish in the bottom, and Poteet to win the race for him to steal the championship away. And Poteet has not yet won neither this season, so out of the 4, Matthews is the only one out of the 4 that's won a race this season, and he's only won once, and that was at Richmond. While Poteet, Dunham, and Sanford are all winless at this point in the season. Not in their careers, but in this point of the season. On board Charles Sanford's car. He's actually going for his second championship. He won the championship in season 15. He tries to go inside of Joshua Osborne, but Osborne throws the block. Osborne won the season at Talladega this season. And he comes in this race 13th in the standings, and he can pick up a huge chunk of points himself, too. Osborne, of course, coming in this race this season, the defending series champion. He can be called that for one more race, at least. And, oh, gosh, who led that lap between Collard and... It was Matthews who led the lap, so he gets the 5 bonus points back from Dunham. But they are 4 wide. This is not going to be pretty. Backstretch now. Here comes Seth Cole to the inside lane. 4 wide racing. Collard and Dylan Young pulls ahead as they come off turn number 4. And oh, Matthews got the wall come off turn number 4. He's going to slide back, which I think was a smart thing to do anyway, because that was a very dangerous situation. I mean, don't think I'm biased toward anybody. I mean, it's the best man win the championship, obviously, but I mean, you do not want to see any of them in trouble, and you want to make it as good a race as possible, so don't think I'm biased toward anybody. Dunham got that second lap led here to the season, on this race, I should say too. And here comes 44, Seth Cole, winner at Martinsville this season. He also won this race, I think, in season 13. Seth Cole, NNSCRA Motorsports, to the inside lane here, and associated with Petty Enterprises, driving the Dodge. Takes the lead now. Dalton Day, he's yet to win a race this season. I think he won last season at Yas Marina Circuit in the number 20 Home Depot Pontiac. Collard coming back to the inside lane here. Here comes Charles Sanford inside. He begins to roll in a number 60 machine. And here comes the 88 Keith Batson, who dominated the race at Phoenix the last up on the tour for his second win of the season. And if you remember, Batson won the track similar to this at Atlanta Motor Speedway in the Napa No-How 500, the win that broke a 4-season-long winless drought. And to prove that was not a fluke, he actually dominated Phoenix and won that event too. So Keith Batson, who had a breakthrough 5th-place finish in the season last season, well, broke through with 2 wins on the season this season. So, and Batson, of course, coming back with his Legion of Fords next season for the Aero 88 mod, and he'll be driving the Davey Allison colors next season. But Keith Batson running very, very strong here at Homestead and actually making a charge here. He comes into this race, unfortunately for him, 22nd in points, so he moved up. And would love to get a top 20 finish. And I think he's got a shot at a top 20 as well. In fact, he does. Man, a shot as far as a top 15. And somebody spun in turn number 1. And I think... Oh, Jonathan's one. Oh, no! Cole Matthews! He spins in turn number 1! Oh, no! Fitzwater's around. There's Chris Dodd. There's Becca Tellier's around in number 12. Kat Tellier in number 10. Dougie Shears, 55. His bad luck continues in the late part of the season. Kev Shear, 24, coming in the pits. But the story is the 5 of Kyle Matthews, and I hope he's not out of the race. I really hope he's not out of the race. If that's the case, that can be down to now to Dunham and Sanford for the whole thing. And yes, indeed, he did get hit bad. Let's see what happened. He went into turn number 1. The first yellow flag flying on the 16th lap of the race. Andrew Perry got in the 24 of Cab Share, which sent them right into the 99 of Levi McIntyre. So they both spin. It looked like they're going to go to the inside lane and avoid anybody inside, but they go up the track. On Matthews, gets right into them and into the wall. Goes to 5. Oh, no. And here comes the 40th, Jonathan Zorlin, right into Matthews, and oh my gosh. Well, I hate to say this for comments, is that it's going to knock him right out of the race, possibly. 7 of McIntyre goes into him. Perry and Shearer comes away with minor damage to their machines. And then Matthews gets hit again by the 5 of the 55, I should say, of Dougie Shearer. So there goes McIntyre up the track. Daniel Olson, 29 spins. Fitzwater, Matt Haas is in the crash. I think, yeah, Jesse Turner in the 36. He was one of those that got collected. And then Kat Tellier, the winner at Charlotte, Rookie of the Year points leader as well. She was in the crash in the 10 machine. Oh, but Kyle Matthews, same paint scheme. He lost it in the Craftsman Cup Series, and now this sort of scheme's jinx for him, I think. But on board comments, this may have been the sound that did away with his championship right here. And unfortunately, yes, that has knocked Kyle Matthews out of the race, and that championship, sad to say for Matthews, is over. I swear, if there's anybody who's snake bit championship-wise in the Cup Series, at least, it's him, but at least he does get a NRSL Mellow Yellow Series championship, at least, for him. But, oh my gosh, you got to feel for him. Had the championship possibly had a possible championship on its way, got a lap led for 5 bonus points, but unfortunately, it's not going to happen for him this season for him, unless, of course, Dunham and Sanford both have trouble themselves as well. But oh my gosh! And like I said, as I said before, don't think I'm biased as far as who wins this championship. I mean, you do not want to have anybody have any trouble. And Jessica Shelton's been knocked out of the race herself with a piston problem. So engine failure nails Shelton in the 94. Oh my gosh! Well, I was going to say here, don't think I'm biased as far as who wins this championship. I mean, you do not want to see any of the contenders in trouble. But, you know, I mean, when something like this happens, it's really, really heartbreaking for anybody, regardless of who it is championship-wise. But for Kyle Matthews, you really got the feel for him as far as this is concerned. But the race must go on here. We'll be coming on for the completion of lap number 20. We'll have 20 down and 21 to go. Dalton Day is out in front. Second is Seth Cole. Third is John Hart. Championship contender Trent Dunham. He could be in the catbird seat along with Charles Sanford. Dunham's third. Collard's fourth. Fifth position is, or actually Dunham's fourth. Collard's fifth. Keith Batson sixth. And Charles Sanford is in 7th, Poteet 8th, 9th is Dylan Young, and 10th is Cole Deaver. Here comes Seth Cole to the inside lane on Dalton Day. As they go down the backstretch, here comes Seth Cole to the inside lane on Dalton Day. Dalton throws the block. Nope, Seth goes to the inside lane. Goes up the racetrack. And here comes Seth Cole driving the inside lane. John Hart goes to 3rd. 4th is now Dunham. And going to 5th is Keith Batson on board Trent Dunham's car. And for Trent Dunham, he's got sentimental reasons why he wants to win this title as well. Wants to win it for his grandmother, whom he lost quite a ways back. So you know Trent, for more than anything else, would like to win it in her memory for sure. The man who is the leader for Sega Motorsports. Off turn number 2 they come here. Keith Batson running in 5th position. Number 88 car. He like to finish strong. Poteet to the inside of Cole Deaver. Collard, Osborne. And inside going Charles Sanford in number 60. Now Sanford should finish well ahead of Trent Dunham. Now, let's bear in mind, Sanford comes in this race 17 behind Dunham as far as the race is concerned here. Now, as far as points are concerned, so if he can finish at least about 5-6 spots ahead of Trent, then that's going to be a big swing points-wise, and that should give Charles his second championship. But we still got quite a ways to go, though, before we have any thoughts about this. But Charles got held up a little bit. Now it goes inside of Quentin Moore for position. That's going to be for, I think that's for, I don't know if that's for 10th or 11th or whatever. That's for probably for 11th position there. So he goes inside now of Quentin Moore. Chelsea Bolt's running in 10th. Osborne to the inside of Joshua Collard for position, and Dunham goes inside of John Arndt, and Arndt led the lap by just a smidgen. So the margin was that time by here. It was 0.03 of a second between those front few cars. With the front two cars, I should say. But Dunham not giving up in that number 1 car to the inside lane. Here he goes. John Arndt tries the inside lane again. Seth Cole goes to 3rd position. Here comes Keith Batson inside of Dalton Day. That's for the 4th position. Trying to give Ford at least one win in this Ford Championship weekend. And meanwhile, Dylan Poteet looks inside now. That's for Poteet going to the 6th position. But here comes Cole Deaver to the inside now in the number 3 car. The Truck Series champion. Collard running in 8th. 9th is Osborne. Sanford up to 10th now. He's still got quite a ways to go to try to catch the front 9 cars. But if they do get the battling though, a while though, Sanford could be right up there with this bunch. Let's take a ride with him for a lap. And he is 3.81 seconds back in the leader. So Sanford, let's see what happens. See, he is about 1 and 17 seconds, or actually 2 and 17 seconds back in the leader, or back in the 9th place car, I should say. And he's actually dropped back. He's now 4 seconds back in the lead. So, now back should they go up into turn number 3. Trent Dunham could be in the catbird seat as far as his first ever Castrol GTX Cup Series championship. But there's still 11 laps to go. Seth Cole to the inside lane, looking for the lead. And Sanford still dropping back. They come up on the lap car of Kev Shearer. Now, if they all get trapped up behind Shearer, though, that's going to be a break. That could be the break that Sanford could need right here. Off corner number 2, they come here. Here, Deaver goes to the high side. Goes to the low side. He'll take position here. Nine laps to go. See if there's any lap cars up ahead here. Dougie Shear's up ahead a little bit. John Arndt goes to the inside lane. Tries to close up on Trent. In the third turn now. Here comes John Arndt looking for the number 1 spot. Dunham still right where he needs to be. But you know he wants that win. Poteet to the inside lane on Batson. He'll take third position away. Osborne going to try with the help of Dalton Day. Now Dunham tries again for the number 1 position here on John Arndt. That's for the lead here as we come down for 6 laps to go. Charles Samper still trying to close up, and I think he is really dropping back, though. So, championship battle really coming to an end for the number 60 machine as well. So, Trent Dunham, if nothing goes wrong with that number 1 car, is gonna be our season champion for season 17. So, yeah. I tell you what, this guy has tried so long with trying to win a Cup championship himself in many other series, but it's not been his way. But they caught Dougie Shears another lap car of him, so this could be the break that others may need right here. Dunham goes inside now of Dougie Shears as they go down for the inside. Well, several cars going to get hung up right here. Poteet closing in as well, number 22 car. You got 2 cars up ahead right there. So you got 2 cars now up ahead there. Fitzwater and Jesse Turner. Three laps to go. Through the first and second turns they go here. John Arndt and Dylan Poteet trying to close up a little bit. Two to go. Dunham's closed up on the lap traffic here as they go down through the first and second turns here, but that's allowed the leaders to, that's allowed second on back to close up here. Poteet trying to go to the outside lane. He now goes to the inside now. Dunham as they go to the third turn now. Deaver up to third position now as they go up to number 4. The white flag's waving for Trent Dunham. Championship's going to be at hand for him for sure, but here comes Poteet. He's going to go for the race win now. Inside goes Poteet in 22. Dunham pulls ahead on the outside lane. Off turn number 2 they come. Gonna be a... There. He has not won a race since season 15 at Darlington, South Carolina. And he is going to go double here today. Trent Dunham wins the 40 Go Boost 400, and with it, the season 17 Castrol GTX Cup Series Championship. Sega Motorsports has finally won the season championship in the Castrol GTX Cup Series after such a long time trying. And boy, what can you say about him right here? There's the roof cam from Dunham's car, taking a well-deserved victory lap. It was unfortunate it had to happen though with Kyle Matthews crashing out of the race, unfortunately for him. But there he is, the number 1, Pennzoil Chevrolet. He wins the 40 Go Boost 400. He wins the Castrol GTX Cup Series Championship. He'll have the 1 next season with Bullseye Barbecue Sauce as a sponsor on the Monte Carlo. And it's 2 champions coming into this as 2 champions clinched while winning the season event title. Dylan Poteet comes on second. Third will go to Joshua Collard. Fourth was Cole Bieber. 5th was John Arndt. 6th was Seth Cole. 7th position will go to Dalton Day. 8th, Joshua Osborne. 9th will go to Keith Batson. And Charles Sanford helplessly finishing in 10th position. So 36 races done, and all 36 races are done here. Trent Dunham's your winner and season champion for the series. And like I said, but I can imagine commentators right now we're taking this really, really hard. I would imagine that. Anyway, rest of the finishing order here is the season's ended here. Dylan Young comes on in 11th position. 12th will go to Mike Becker. Chelsea Bowles 13th. Zach Flickinger 14th. 15th will go to Quentin Moore. JT Bryant 16th. 17th will go to Andrew Davis. Andrew Perry 18th. 19th will go to Jordan Anderson. 20th to Levi McIntyre. He moved this way back up to the field. So 5th place should be clinched for him points-wise because Jessica Shelton had an engine problem and blew up during the yellow flag. Michael Turner was 21st. Johnny Gardner 22nd. 23rd position will go to Ryan George. Benjamin Miles 24th. Chris Dodd 25th. Jason Haywood was 26th. 27th will be Carson Gum. Joshua Sakuli 28th. 29th Emmanuel Hartnett. And Matt Haas, the last currently lap, in 30th. The 4 cars that finished a lap more down, the last 4 finishers, Jesse Turner, 31st. Zachary Fitzwater, 32nd. 33rd, Dougie Shears and Kev Shearer, 34th, and he will go winless after winning 3 times last season, unfortunately for him. Cars out of the race, Jessica Shelton, an engine problem, and poor Kyle Matthews. You really got to feel for him. Looked like he had the championship possibly well in hand, started from the pole, led a lap, and got caught up in the accident right smack in front of him and ends up 36th in the race here. So I really don't know what to say. Like I said, don't think I am biased towards all this on what's going on. You just do not want to see any of the championship contenders in trouble, especially in the last race of the year. You really do want to see a race being made out of it, though. But sometimes circumstances did not play into Matthew's hands, and I'm sure he does not want to run that car in the final race of the year ever again. Zorlin comes home 37th. 38th will go to Daniel Olson. 39th, Matt McIntyre. Kat Tellier 40th with an engine problem, and Becca Tellier 41st. So not only did the championship leader crash out, but also the Rookie of the Year points there. So it'll be interesting to see how that point standings end up. But I think Kat Tellier should end up being Rookie of the Year as well for this series. So we'll see what happens. But the stuff that dreams are made of here, he has not won a Cup championship until today, and it will go this season to Trent Dunham, as he has won the Castrol GTX Cup Series Championship and the Ford EcoBoost 400. And we will have the points distributed for you at the end of this video, and we will be back with the points review for the season. And welcome back to the points roundup here for the NNSCRA Castrol GTX Cup Series, as we have the rookie points here to show you. And the rookie of the year for season 17 will go to Kat Tellier. She held off Jason Haywood for rookie of the year points. Matt Haas will finish 3rd in the rookie points. Emmanuel Hartnett, the Daytona 500 champ, was 4th, and Becca Tellier was number 5 in the rookie points. Jordan Anderson and Carson Gum will round out the rookie points. Marcia Victory for rookie of the year was 8 points for Kat Tellier, so KEB Enterprises sweeps the top 2 in the rookie of points. So Keith Basson's going to be very happy with that, of course, for him. So that will be the story for rookie points wise. But now on to the big stuff. The point standings. Trent Dunham is your season 17 Castrol GTX Cup Series champion by 63 points over Kyle Matthews, and who held off Charles Stanford by 5 points for 2nd place. Stanford was 68 back in 3rd, and Dylan Poteet was 74 back in 4th. So Poteet almost got around Stanford for the points wise, and Levi McIntyre holds on for 5th place in the points chase. So 3 of the drivers have in the top 5 has won this season. Trent Dunham's win, of course, came at the right time at Homestead. He wins the finale and the championship as well. Kyle Matthews really got a feel for him though. Had the championship looked like in his grasp, and just the crash took him right out of the race. Unfortunately for him, had the lone win that came at Richmond this season. He did also win the All-Star race at Charlotte as well. So Charles Stanford comes home in third place in the points despite not winning a race. Dylan Pote didn't win a race, and he ends up fourth place in the points chase as well. 9 top 5s and 15 top 10 finishes. Charles Stanford had 5 top 5s and 12 top 10s. Cummings a win. 4 top 5s and 15 top 10s. And Trent Dunham had 1 win. 8 top 5s and 17 top 10s on the season for him. So for Trent Dunham, safe to say this is his best season ever in any indoor competition that he's had. So Sega Motorsports finally gets a championship after a long time. 6 through 10, Joshua Collard, no wins, but he ends up 6th. Jessica Shelton, 4 wins and ends up 7th in the points chase. 6 top 5s and 10 top 10 finishes after a crappy start to the season for her. Cole Deaver comes home in 8th place in the points chase with that lone win at Dover. Jesse Turner was 9th after that lone win at Watkins Glen. And Joshua Osborne comes home to 10th place, the season defending season series champion from season 16. He had the lone win at Talladega. 11th through 15, 11th on down. Mike Becker was 11th in the points. His one came at Bristol. Dougie Shears, bad luck in the season, bad luck late in the going, dropped in the 12th. Had 3 wins on the season at Michigan, North Wilkesboro, and the 400 at Daytona. Seth Cole dropped to 13th in the points. His one win came at Martinsville, the second stop over there. Dylan Young, 14th. Dalton Day moves up to 15th in the points after a bad start for him. Kat Tellier dropped to 16th in the points chase. Her win came at Charlotte in the 500 miler. Keith Batson moved up to 17th in the points after his 2 wins at Atlanta and Phoenix. Andrew Perry 18th in the points chase. His win came at the second stop at Michigan. Johnny Gardner dropped to 19th, and John Arndt moved up to 20th in the points chase. So a big season for him, for that question, I guess, compared to last. The lone win came at California Speedway. Kev Shearer, 3 wins last season, but none this season, unfortunately for him. 21st in the points chase, 2 top 5s, and 10 top 10 finishes for him. Emmanuel Hartnett, 22nd in the points chase. He had the 2 wins. He had 1 at New Hampshire, and of course, he won the Daytona 500 as well. Becca Tellier had the win at Indianapolis. She comes home in 13th. Matt Haas had the win at the second Pocono event, comes home in 24th in the points. Becca Tellier, I meant to say 23rd, I should say, excuse me. Jason Haywood, 25th in the points chase for him. Ryan George, 26th in the points. He had the 2 wins at Talladega and the night race at Bristol. Chris Dodd, 27th in the points, after winning 3 races last season. He ends up with a goose egg and win column this time, unfortunately for him. JT Bryant, 28th in the points. His win came at Darlington and Las Vegas. Chelsea Bowles had the win at the 600 at Charlotte. She ends up 29th. And Benjamin Miles, unfortunately for him, is at 30th, one of the veterans in the NNSCRA competition. Quentin Moore ends up 31st in the points. He drew the 3 spots from last season from Homestead. Michael Turner, 32nd. He had the win at the first Pocono event. Joshua Slickley had the win at the second Richmond event. He ends up 33rd. Jonathan Solon won the first Atlanta stop. He ends up 34th. And Andrew Davis won the race at Texas. He ends up 35th. Rest of the finishers, Zach Flickinger, Jordan Anderson, Carson Gum, Daniel Olson. Zachary Fitzwater was 40th in the spot. He had the 1 win at the second stop at Dover. And Matt McIntyre, unfortunately, ends up dead last in the points. So congratulations again to the race winner and the season champion, Trent Dunham. The first ever championship for Sega Motorsports in the Castrol GTX Cup Series after a long time being in this series. But the season doesn't really end here, because we have a season-ending exhibition at Suzuka, Japan, for the Suzuka Thunder 100. In the top 20 in the points, actually top 21, in the points, will be in the first race, the first qualifying heat, and the bottom 20 of the points will be in the second qualifying heat. And the top 10 finishers from each heat will transfer into the Suzuka Thunder 100 for a 20-lap shootout. So that's going to be it for the Castrol GTX Cup Series. Again, congratulations to Trent Dunham for winning the season championship in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We have everything on this channel here, whatever the president of the NNSCRA Seth Cole desires for his channel. In our races, gaming videos, YWC wrestling, and be sure to check out Seth's series as well the NNSCRA Hershey's Cup Series and the NNSCRA Pizza Hut X Series as well. Be sure to check those two series out. It's awesome. And so that's it. So the NNSCRA Castrol GTX Cup Series will be back for season 18 with the Aero 88 mod, a 1987 car set. And also stay tuned for the debut of the NNSCRA Advocare Truck Series that will be moving over into the NNSCRA this season as well from the NRSL. So be sure to stay tuned for that. So besides the NNSCRA does need a truck series again after the Oreo trucks are now defunct. But anyway, so that would be it for the Castrol GTX Cup Series for season 17. And for now, so a great season happening here for sure. Big wins, heartbreaks. We got it all here in our series, but there was still everybody here definitely a winner without question. So for now, this is James Claus. This has been production in NNSCRA offline racing at its best. See you at Suzuka.